Hello, everybody. It has been a while. I am Aaron, and this is the rest of the Paper Dungeon as it is currently. Yeah, it's been a while since we've been live, especially with all of us at the same time. It's pretty great.
Very exciting.
Yeah, last time you guys had to suffer with me as I played Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh yeah.
Good job, Drew. Way to step up.
And it was a grand old time.
I'm proud of you. Good job, Drew. Yeah, we've been all over the place recently. We've been some real busy lads doing a whole bunch of stuff. For those of you who have or haven't seen, this is going to be episode 2 of Wild Beyond Witchlight. We did the first episode a little while ago. And the big thing about this is that my players, do not know who they're playing. They've been piecing together bit by bit. They have like a name. They have a couple of stats here and there, maybe an ability score. But pretty much that's about it. I'm just gonna kind of get directly into it. Where we left off, you guys, to give a brief overview, y'all woke up in shallow graves, not knowing who you were, how you got there. In the distance, you saw a roaring carnival, of which you all felt beckoned to go to, believing that for some reason in this carnival or by heading towards it, you will gain some information about who you are. Sure enough, as you enter, this is the Witchlight Carnival. You went in, you played games, you went on carnival rides, won and or lost snail races, all sorts of things. Chased after a bereaved half of a couple who was just shut down by his fiance when he attempted to propose. But in reality, it was all a trick by Igwiliv. It was, long story short, the couple got together. It was great. Very romantic moment that was horribly ruined. And then as you guys left the Hall of Illusions, you heard a voice cry out as the lights of the carnival dimmed and the spotlight shot up into the sky, all focused on a lithe elven figure sitting in the middle of a silver hoop, suspended above the center ring in the middle of the carnival. They are wearing a dazzling suit. Diamond pane mirrors cover them, as well as a pair of butterfly wings. And he has a scepter topped with a spinning like weather vane almost. And you hear him say, "Welcome, one and all, to this evening's extravaganza. I am Mr. Light. Prepare to be delighted." And you are all ushered forward to the main attraction of the Witchlight Carnival that happens halfway through its time being open, 4 hours into the night, the Big Top Extravaganza. Yes, Grant, you were about to say something.
I was just gonna say, I totally completely forgot about the Big Top Extravaganza.
That's why
I'll be completely real. I don't remember at all how my character sounded.
Same, actually. I don't remember my personality at all.
We're flying 2/3 blind tonight.
Also, while we're talking about it, I just spelled extravaganza EXTRAVAGANDA.
Extravaganda.
DA?
Yeah, extravaganza.
Yes.
Is kind of close to Z. It's like a
it
similar
tries.
mouth, like tongue placement.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it going, there's nothing right about this word.
I want everyone who sees this to know that before we started, I was like, hey, does anyone want a refresher? And Grant went, no.
Nah, we're good.
I'll be honest, I don't even remember saying that. I feel like I've been on another planet for the last 5 minutes, but like I'm zoned in now. I'm
He's
like
hopped
here.
up on pre-workout right now.
Honestly, I have some right here. I just got back from the gym.
All right. You all get ushered along with literally everyone at the carnival. You get basically pushed. They're like tree folk and stilt walkers that are guiding people towards the Big Top Extravaganza. You actually get like medium close seats. Like you're not like direct ringside. but you're pretty close to the action. It is absolutely fantastical. There are multiple, like if you've ever like seen a circus or like been to a circus, there are multiple smaller rings that all have their own kind of attractions going on. There is a bugbear who's wearing a jack-o'-lantern helmet, who is performing feats of strength, bending iron bars, lifting massive dumbbells, throwing random people into the air, juggling them, stuff like that.
It's just Eddie Hall.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bugbear form.
There is Palasha the mermaid, who is serenading the audience from a clamshell bathing pool. There's also, you met previously, Candlefoot, the mime from the Hall of Illusions, is kind of doing some crowd work, walking through the crowd, doing some mime. It's like
How do you
funny.
Do crowd work as a mime?
You've never seen mimes do crowd work?
I need to see this. Because usually it's like, hey, impressive. You got an orange. No, you got an orange coat on.
Basically, Candlefoot is doing impressions of people that he sees. So he'll follow behind someone who's like chatting with their significant other to the side and kind of doing a little like mockery of them as they go. But it's a little weird because Candlefoot always looks a little bit depressed. Oh no. He just looks kind of bummed. But he's still playing little silent games with audience members. There are also fairy dragons with bright, beautiful streamers tied to their tails. And they're performing like how planes will do it with the smoke, like synchronized flying. That's what they're doing. Just tons of little fairy dragons form shapes in the sky as they fly together. Yes, Grant.
I would like to buy some peanuts.
Absolutely. You don't have to buy them here.
Yes, it's like Whiskey Creek.
Yeah, they're just there. They're at the table. You can throw them on the ground. No one's gonna care.
Nobody's gonna care.
Peanuts.
You see a vendor down below you that's just like one hand has a handful of peanuts in it, like not just the peanuts, but like bags of peanuts. The other one is just yucking hot dogs into the crowd. Bags of popcorn come flying. just bombarding the crowd with hot dogs.
Let's go.
Yeah, and you get literally just a whole bag of peanuts lands in your hand. You're like, neat.
They're even warm.
Awesome. It is weird
pulling it out
because you're like trying to figure out where your mouth is because you're like not exactly sure.
Oh no, I know what I am.
You are. Yeah, you do. You do know that you're a giant hippo. So you just don't even really have to aim because you just open your massive hippo mouth and just kind of throw the whole thing in.
Just
I offer
a whole bag of peanuts.
I offer peanuts to the two like amorphous blobs next to me, and I say, "Hey, I don't know if either of you are allergic, but you can find out."
We know what we are.
You have a centaur-shaped blob and a human-shaped blob.
Oh, right.
The centaur-shaped blob will go, oh, thank you very much. And
I didn't die, so I'm not allergic.
I'm going to toss them in. Am I allergic to peanuts? We're going to find out.
Roll a d4. Just kidding.
None of you are allergic to peanuts.
Oh, that's good.
That would be a super bummer. It's just my life.
Roll down.
I would like to know what the fantasy equivalent of an EpiPen is.
It's magic.
Cure wounds?
It's just a cantrip.
Or minor
cure wounds.
Lesser restoration.
Someone can literally just say a word and you're fine.
I just itched my neck and it's red.
We've noticed. Everyone can tell.
Yeah, sure. It's not from me giving you a hickey earlier.
So you all are enjoying the clowns, acrobats, fire breathers parading all about. As the Big Top Extravaganza is kind of rounding down, it's been like a strong 30-45 minutes, almost an hour. You see that same elf who some of you probably would have picked up because there's like a sign with his face on it and like him and the other owner. This is probably Mr. Light, one of the owners of the Witchlight Carnival. Mr. Light, once again, the silver hoop swings through the sky, suspended by wires. You're not. It's you. Like if he can fly, he wouldn't need the hoop, right? So like something has to be holding this hoop up. You're not sure where it is. Maybe it's a hoop floating. Who knows?
Somebody take a broomstick and like swing it above him,
knock him down. Mr. Light swings above the crowd, and he calls out and he says, "Please, audience members, feel free if you have the desire to perform yourselves. Step out into the ring. Step out."
Spliff, this is perfect for you. You got to break out your jokes, man.
I forgot he was a stand-up comedian.
Bro, you prepared for this. Just sling out your top 5. Sling out your hot 5 or something.
Oh, we can't hear him. You're muted.
Oh, all right. I can do this.
It's your time.
Okay.
Don, we gotta laugh every joke to make the audience laugh with us.
Don't worry, we got this.
I'll step out into the ring. Do they have like
spotlight follows?
Yes. Mr. Light swings down, his vein seemingly to direct him to where you are, and he says, "Why, hello, good friend. Could I perhaps have a name for the audience?" He holds his vein up to you.
The great Spliff Mackenzie.
Oh, Spliff Mackenzie! Wonderful. Woo!
Yeah.
The crowd does clap and cheer for Spliff Mackenzie.
I do a couple quick bows.
I stomp and it's really, really loud.
Yes, just go wild. You don't have to tell us what you're going to do. Just start. Just go for it.
Oh, great. All right. I want to. All right. But I do have a question for you. Okay. What do you call a factory that sells generally decent goods?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Sorry. It's a satisfactory.
Can you please roll a performance check for me?
I am proficient in those.
Can we roll persuasion or something to try to get the audience to laugh along with
I
us?
will allow you to perform the help action to give Spliff Mackenzie advantage.
That's
good because I just got a natural 1.
He can roll a natural 1.
All right, that's a natural 3, which I believe gives me a total of 7.
Okay. Let me just double check here.
Wait.
I
don't know what my charisma bonus is.
I don't suppose.
Oh, you'll have a +0 to this.
Oh, look at that!
Nice. +0 comedian.
I don't suppose you have
stand-up comedian with a +0 in charisma. Where is a pencil? I don't have a pencil. I guess. Oh, I don't want to put that in pen.
What'd you say, Drew? Oh gosh, we're so out of practice. Drew, what did you say?
Well, I sarcastically asked if DJ happens to have the luck feats.
No.
+0. Great.
Covering all of our bases here, DM.
Yeah, just make it sure.
Thank you.
5 is my total. DM.
5. Nice. There's like crickets go out over the crowd.
Don is laughing.
And then you do hear. There's like awkward laughter from your two friends. You do see the mime is miming laughter, but his face hasn't moved. So he's just like. It kind of looks like he's trying to give himself the Heimlich.
One more. Yeah. Wait, don't go away. One more. Okay.
Well, that joke was quite satisfactory. Feel free to give it another go. Maybe it was the timing.
Laughs.
They say comedy comes in
at
threes.
the MC.
Yes, the crowd does laugh at the MC.
You know, I don't think that I'm probably the greatest comedian. You know what I really want though? I really would love a job cleaning mirrors. You know, something I can really see myself doing.
Yeah, Candlefoot weeps. Candlefoot from the Hall of Illusion weeps. Please roll another performance check with advantage.
Guy is so funny.
I'll give it to you.
Don. Louder, Don. Louder.
Another natural 1.
Split. We need you to do better.
All right.
Oh
okay.
my
all right.
gosh.
That one. How about an 11?
An 11, huh?
Hey, DM, that's double digits.
What's
Come on,
it?
double digits. It's
What
higher
digits?
than a
That's above
10.
10.
I'm running a book campaign, so it tells me the number that you need to roll.
No.
But you're the DM. You can just make it up. You can do whatever you want.
That's how it works, right?
But you
don't
guys
follow
can't
the
win
rules.
all the time. I can't just change it because
But DM,
I
we're only
want you to
level 1.
win.
And we don't even know
we
our
want
characters.
it to be different.
Yeah,
but we
and I
want
can
it to
and
be
I
different.
can ask for you guys to do better. It's not that hard.
That's weird.
There are like a couple of mirthful chuckles.
Mirthful?
Yes, mirthful, as in full of mirth. You know, like the word.
You know what mirth means, Grant?
Mirthy.
That you can't use the word in the definition.
One of the gifts the wise men brought to Jesus Christ when he was an infant.
No, that
And
was
I brought
murder.
you myrrh.
Frankincense and
Murder.
myrrh.
Judith, no.
Mirth, the guy with the sword in Smash Bros.
That's Marth.
Okay, guys. I'm sorry. We need to get it together tonight.
Nope.
The fourth planet from the sun.
That's Mars.
Is that true? Mercury, Venus. Yeah.
Mr.
done.
Light kind of smiles and says, "Oh, I think you have a very bright future ahead of you. And if you ever are looking for that job cleaning mirrors, I'm sure Candlefoot could use the help." Candlefoot continues to weep.
The rest of the crowd erupts.
The crowd dies laughing. They're out there. They all applaud and kind of show you back to your seats.
Yeah, you watch as my whole upper body just like bends over, and I'm just like hanging as I slowly trot back over to my friends.
Wow.
Would anyone else like to give their hand on the stage? If you would like to do a group effort as well, that is allowed.
Could I do a show of strength?
Yeah, absolutely.
Come
That
on,
counts.
man. Get out there.
Okay. Yeah,
I will.
I begin to walk out strong and proudly.
Fantastic.
What is he again? A human?
I'm a human.
A human, an
I'm an
old
old
human,
man.
like a geriatric old man.
Yeah. I like to imagine
Nice. Named Jerry.
I'm buff Santa Claus. That's what I am.
Yeah, pretty much. So this old fellow makes his way out onto the stage, directly next to that, to the same kind of ring that the bugbear wearing the jack-o'-lantern head is at. Who is like turned to watch. There are a couple other audience members who have like walked out. One of them is like attempting, failing to juggle, but the clouds have an absolute ball about it. So on and so forth. You walk out. Can I have you roll a strength performance check?
A strength performance check. Okay.
You are not proficient in performance,
Okay.
and I just want you to know that.
Okay.
That sucks.
Not proficient in performance. Didn't think
Not
I would
proficient
be,
in performance.
but
I believe in you. What type of feat of strength are you going to attempt to perform?
well, I was gonna ask what sort of options there were.
The phone book, man.
There's anything you could think in a traditional strong man kind of show. They do have an entire wall of ice blocks set up for someone to run through.
Okay.
No one's done
Nice.
it.
Okay.
Did anyone ever go to one of those shows where it's like there was just a group of people that did weird strength? Like there was they like ripped the phone books in half, and then at the end they would run through like 7 sheets of ice.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
And sometimes
I've never
they just
been to a show dedicated to that.
I did, and it was awesome. It was literally jacked dudes just doing random stuff, and then they were like, "Hey, just so you know, we don't always make it through."
Okay.
Oh my god!
Just
no
one.
idea.
Yeah, they're like, most of the time he gets like 3/4 of the way. Let's see.
Okay.
Sounds
Could
awesome. I want to go.
To start off with, DM, is there
Yes.
like a really big heavy log that I could like
Yes.
deadlift?
There's like a whole
Yeah.
strongman tree.
Perfect.
It's got the like
Sure, you
carved
can
in
do, like, the
handles and
Scottish-
everything.
Yeah,
Like
I actually work with a guy who does
that's what like
strongman
I'm thinking.
competitions.
You start in a deep squat and you try to lift up the thing and like
Oh, yeah.
like flip it over.
And now I want to be clear here. This is quite literally how it works. according to my friend Colby, who does strongman competitions, shout out Colby, great guy, it is required. This is the performance aspect. You literally have to get it from that squat position, get it onto your shoulder, and you have to strike a pose.
Wow.
With it.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Sure.
So that's the performance aspect that we've got here.
Okay.
I will also give you advantage from the cheers from the crowd and your friends.
Okay. And I have a strength of 17, so
he's a Jack's old man.
That is a 16 DM.
16. Sure enough, you get it on your shoulder, and then just like you actually manage to push a left hand up into like a Superman pose, holding the log above your head. The crowd erupts. You see the strong man next to you is like just freaking out. He's like, oh my god, incredible.
As soon as the crowd begins to cheer, I just throw it off of myself and just
you're like stringy old man muscles.
That's right.
Are just pumped out of their mind right now. Yeah. The adrenaline is coursing through your veins. Your heart, you might be having a heart attack. It's hard to tell.
Honestly, probably. And then if I can DM, since Spliff had 2 cracks at it with his jokes.
Absolutely.
There's one more thing I like to try. Is there
yes,
some sort of like a wood board splitting thing, like
you like karate?
Yeah, well, like you do within karate, like where you split boards. But I'm more so thinking specifically with the option of some sort of weapon, be it sharp or bludgeoning.
Well, let me tell you. Sure.
Just to get this clear, you're trying to break a board with a weapon?
So like I'm thinking like is there like a fairly sizable log that like there's an axe there that you could like try and swing at it with an axe?
There is a specific performer who is a goo person.
Uh-huh.
That their entire role is they're dressed up in a costume and they're performing like a play, the role as the villain.
Okay.
So like throughout the entire kind of performance, they've been running around and like interfering with people's acts.
Uh-huh.
And the hero type character has been like chasing them around the stage, and trying to defeat them. And you do happen to notice that you have caught the eye of this goo performer.
Okay.
Who very clearly will not be injured by any sort of physical violence.
Okay, great. That sounds
chop him in half.
That sounds fantastic.
Chop him in half.
I will brandish whatever weapon that I possess. I don't know.
Fantastic. Just a second.
Please make it a bow and arrow.
Well, it's not a bow and arrow. My dexterity is a 9. So
it's a mini crossbow.
Okay. So this is what I want. You're like, I'm going to attack this guy. Your body takes over. You take up a stance. And you're like, I wonder how this is going to go. You kind of close your eyes, you reopen them, steady yourself. And it is not a slash. It is not an overhand crush. What you ready is actually at a distance of 10 feet.
Yes!
Some form of strange reach weapon.
Yes!
What?
Yes!
Is it a scabbard or something?
You thrust forward with a lance.
Yes!
Nice.
Yes!
Nice.
Can you please make
His
an attack
name is
roll?
Lance.
An attack roll, you will deal, it does a d12 of piercing damage. And it has reach, so you have 5 feet of attacks with it.
Okay.
And special. The special property says that you have disadvantage when you use the lance to attack a target within 5 feet of you.
Okay.
When you aren't mounted, it requires 2 hands.
Okay.
So
I rolled a 12 to hit.
Fantastic. You are proficient in this weapon, so I don't know if that adds a proficiency.
Yeah, that's
to your
with the
strength and
proficiency.
everything. 12 is good enough. You do manage to like, and you see the hero behind is like, foul villain, I shall My goodness, sirrah, you have defeated him. And the Goo Man is like, and he like kind of starts to melt and sizzle beneath. He says, hold him there, sir. And he runs over with his sword and goes, for the goodness of the carnival. And he like Zorros him. And he's like, indeed, sir, truly you hath bested. You have assisted the hero himself. You shall be greatly honored in the afterlife. And the Goo goes and kind of like just kind of puddles on the ground.
How is the audience feeling about this? Are they horrified?
Oh no, the children are all about it. The kids have been rooting for this like comedy act of hero and villain this entire. They don't care about the rest of the stuff that's going on. Exactly. They are so excited that a surprise hero. It's like they're watching Power Rangers. And like a new ranger showed up, and you're like, "Whoa, the White Ranger! Where did this guy come from?" And he pulls out his like squid sword, and you're like, "Sick." That's a real thing that happens.
Squid sword?
That's a real thing.
I plant my lance.
It's just a little figurine of Squidward SquarePants that they eat each other.
Squidward SquarePants. That's his name.
Squidward SquarePants.
It's
fan fiction of the
SpongeBob
year.
SquarePants.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah.
Squidward tentacles. SpongeBob SquarePants. Sorry, got those mixed up there.
Anyway, I just plant my lance in the ground and again give out a loud cheer in victory.
Fantastic.
As I then drag my lance back to my seat.
Mr. Light swirls down from above you and says, "Oh, very good, sir. You've done a fantastic job with such feats of strength and vanquishing the enemy that has plagued our carnival. Well done, sirrah. Well done." He high fives the hero as he goes past.
Nice.
Don, that was
I could
awesome.
listen to Aaron be Mr. Light for like 4 hours straight.
I could listen to it for about 2 minutes before I would just hate myself.
Don, that was awesome. You just killed that guy.
Thank you. I'm a professional, clearly.
How were you walking around with a 10-foot pole without realizing it?
Story of my life.
I thought you were gonna say something. I thought you would.
I'm sorry, gang. If any of you no longer have any more performances,
I got one.
Oh, you got one? Light him up.
Oh yeah. Guys, what if I'm a genius? I will take your challenge. And,
very well, sir. Step on down.
I try to like shimmy past people. I'm a hippo.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard.
Oh yeah, people kind of part the way when they know that like you're going to perform for them.
So I go down the stairs and I enter the ring and I go, "Behold, the brain of 10,000 men in one vessel. Ask me any question. I know the answer, I think. Maybe. There's a chance."
Fantastic. First off, I would like you to decide on odd or even.
I will choose with my unending wit odd.
Odd. Someone calls out from the audience, and they say, in the original Redbox edition, what was it called? What was it called when you attempted to make an attack roll against an enemy? Like, what was the thing that you were trying to achieve? And now, can you please roll just a base intelligence check? You have a 10 in this stat, so you'll have a +0.
All right. Found out that I'm not that smart.
Good job, Grant. Aaron, could I use one of my chips at this point?
Yeah, absolutely.
Specifically, my black chip to remember something about someone else.
Yes, absolutely.
And I will use it on Tweedle.
Are you gonna help me?
A flash of a memory comes years ago when I was a somewhat younger lad. And when Tweedle and I, along with Spliff was there too, of the three of us being the championship trivia night team on Thursday nights.
After Spliff McKenzie would get done with his 5 minutes,
Uh-huh.
you guys would head out into the audience, and a quiz bowl would arrive. I will give. Here's the thing. This is not a normal stat.
Uh-huh.
I am going to give specifically. Oh God, Grant, what's your name? You didn't put it on the
Tweedle.
goddamn thing.
Tweedle.
I asked you to put it down. You didn't. You
I
scumbag.
thought we had to put no name.
Well, look at everyone else's example. God.
I noticed that.
Tweedle.
And I didn't fix it.
You will have advantage specifically on recalling information that would be obscure trivia, like stuff that you probably shouldn't know. I will give you advantage on
great.
recalling that.
That is
information.
so good.
Advantage on trivia checks. That's fantastic.
Okay. All right, then I'm gonna re-roll this roll. Oh, okay. Could you repeat the question?
in the red box edition, like first edition AD&D.
Okay.
What was it called? In like currently in 5th edition, it's armor class.
Yeah.
What
AC,
was
right?
it called in the original red box edition?
When
Fully. I
when
gave you a
wanted to
hint.
attack someone?
Yeah, like what were you trying to do?
Hit. Huh? I got a 13.
Everyone's like, here's the thing, no one else in the audience knows. So,
Whoa,
so
there you
they all
go.
look and they're like,
This has to do with how convincing I am.
ah. In that case,
Wait, if I perform, yeah, he goes, wait, it's coming to me, dude. I'm going full like Sean Spencer psych. I'm like stumbling around, grabbing the shoulder of the whoa.
Mr.
I'm
Light.
hearing the voices from beyond. It's called contacting. And then
can
I'm
you
gonna
roll a
try to.
deception check? You do not have proficiency in this.
Oh, dang it. All right. And I have a -2 to charisma.
Yeah,
So that's a 5.
perfect. Everyone's like, okay, yeah, this guy for sure has no idea what he's talking about. And the guy in the audience calls out and he goes, "No."
Well, I tried.
Thank you.
What was it?
It's to hit armor class 0, also known as THACO.
Uh-huh.
That's dumb.
It is. Everyone hated it.
Why do you think it's
I'm
different?
gonna go back to my seat. You got anything else for me? He asked the ringmaster.
And Mr. Light goes, "Nope. Great job."
Thanks, everybody. You're great.
He like
I
pats
tried to
you on the
hide my
back as you
face
head back up.
as I head back to my seat, but I'm like large and it's
His face, which
Not
is as
easy.
big as his whole chest.
You walk back to your seat. The acts begin to wrap up.
That was the most embarrassing moment of my life, guys.
I will say,
We've all been-
since at least one of you succeeded on your check,
yeah.
Oh, good
the
job, bro.
mood of the carnival increases by 1,
Yeah.
which brings you 1 away
Hey.
from the maximum mood.
Drew, way to carry this game. for
That's
us.
right. That's what I always do.
Hey, look,
I'm here.
one
to
of the
carry
McKellipses
team.
has to. All right, with one of them failing, the other one has to pick up the slack.
Let's do a little thing real quick. That's
you-
a 19. Where is that?
It was right there.
Oh, no, it's
It's
just
on the
wasted.
die.
You just
It's-
wasted
it
it.
didn't like leave.
It's Drew's night. It's Drew's night.
Nice try.
The performances begin to wrap up, and everyone begins to head back out. And you hear Mr. Light say, "Please enjoy the rest of your time at the Witchlight Carnival. Remember, everyone, the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch shall be at the end of the night. Be there. Be ready. Goodbye. And he literally just fades into, like, he just explodes. Not like a fade, like his physical body just bursts into glitter.
Like
Just
fireworks.
so
Nice.
much silver glitter on the wind. Sand is carried away in the wind of the Witchlight Carnival.
Guessing he's Mr. Light. That's my guess.
as everyone kind of starts to head out, and you begin to make your way, you are actually approached by the bugbear in the jack-o'-lantern hat, the strong man.
Man?
Yeah, this bugbear wearing a dungarees, fairy wings, and a helmet made from a jack-o'-lantern approaches you, and he says,
"Boy, follow me. Management wants to speak to you. All three of you, if that's all right."
But of course, we are here but to serve.
What if this is the person who paid for us?
Guys, we're totally in trouble. We're about to get kicked out of the carnival again.
No, this is a good thing. This is a good thing.
Guys, be ready for anything. I have a lance. I know that now. I'm ready to fight something if it happens.
Don't use it unless you have to, bro.
I
Remember trivia nights? Remember how we held in until the end and we still managed to pull it out every time? Granted, I'll admit I was using Google search, but we still made it happen.
Wait,
come
you
on.
cheated on trivia nights?
Sometimes, but I learned a lot.
This is the biggest betrayal
Come
that
on,
Swift
man.
Mackenzie has ever witnessed.
We'll figure
I don't
it
know
out.
if I'd ever be able to look at you the same, Tweedle.
Don't give it up. Don't
You
give
are
up yet.
ace in the hole.
Yeah, you were the team captain at trivia night.
We each got $20,
We believed in
bro.
you.
$100 split between 5. That's like a whole meal.
Wait, there was
It was
5 of
worth
us?
it.
There's 5 of us.
Who are the other 2?
You think you can't remember? They're but ghosts in your memory.
Oh no.
You do notice
The
that
twins.
the bugbear kind of notices that you're all kind of a little timid as he's leading you to the oh my God, what is it called? The staff area, and he says,
There's nothing to worry about. The management is actually in quite high spirits right now. You're totally all good. You're not in any trouble.
Well, that's good.
Don't worry about it.
Guys,
Nothing to worry
that's just
about.
that's what he tells us, so we feel better before they kill us. Like we're
We,
totally about to die.
we don't kill people
No, I don't.
here at the Witchlight. We don't.
I know that the bugbear's like right there, like saying everything, but I have the 2 of them like
Don't
huddled in.
worry.
You know,
We
We're
have
totally about to die.
we have never had a death.
Listen, okay,
Guys.
If
I don't.
I had
DM, do I believe him?
"Insight check." Which one are you?
inside check the bugbear and the dungarees. I don't.
You're
know
not
if I believe
proficient in insight.
It's okay. I rolled a 2.
It seems legit.
Yeah.
it. We suck
It's hard
at
to
this
tell
game.
because he has a
So,
jack-o'-lantern face on.
Yeah,
that's
yeah, hard to read.
But
I would like to use my red chip here.
yeah, absolutely.
Guys, listen. I feel like I've been in this situation before. I think I've been prosecuted like many times in court, and I've never been charged. Like I got
Is
off
it
the
'cause
hook
you
every
keep
time.
cheating at trivia nights.
I don't know what it was for, but all I'm saying is, even if the optics are bad, I think we can make it happen. I think we can get out of this. That's my red chip.
Okay, so we now know for sure that Tweedle is probably a criminal.
I don't know if I could ever look at you the same Tweedle within the span of 5 minutes.
This is what I'm going to give you for this one. I'm going to tell you right now. This is information. You are not a rogue, but I will say that you know thieves can't.
Yes.
Also, I will give you advantage on any checks that regard legal prosecution. There are none in this campaign, as far as I
Advantage
know.
on legal prosecution.
Yeah, like if you need to
checks?
know law, like if
Legal
like someone's like
prosecution checks.
objection, you can be like no. Like
Whoa,
you have an
Proficient
idea
in
of what's
legal
going on.
prosecution.
Look, you took
Um,
a semester of college. You took a business law course.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
So
school was not
you are
accredited. It
arrogant.
was online, but
Yeah.
also, we have to find our way to the Fae courts somehow and make this happen for my boy.
We do.
I believe.
Just trust me, guys. Trust me. I'll talk us out.
You want to use legal prosecution to outwit the Fae court?
Could you imagine it though? Could you imagine? It would be
Oh
so
my
good.
Dude, just a
gosh,
lawyer.
dude.
Better call Saul in the Fae.
The bugbear
Always
leads
one
you
step ahead.
to a circle of wagons. Leaning against a particularly ostentatious wagon is a kind of aging clown with a painted grin. And he puffs on a bubble pipe and glares at you as the bugbear, ignoring the clown, opens the wagon's door and ushers you inside.
Is his name Bubbles?
You can actually see that on the name tag of the clown. By the way, the bugbear has one as well. His name is Burley. Burley the bugbear.
Burley the bugbear, the strong man.
The clown, who is human, his name is actually Thaco.
Thaco.
Yeah, his name is Thaco.
Nice.
So inside the wagon, you can see one familiar face. The flamboyant elf that was in the silver ring, Mr. Light.
Mr. Light.
He kind of welcomes you into the wagon with a theatrical bow and says, "Please come in. It's a delight to meet you all. I am, of course, Mr. Light, and this is my associate, Mr. Witch." Over in the corner, he kind of gestures to a stocky elf, shorter, like a 5'6", kind of darker skin, little, like a bit grim. He has a monocle, wearing a bit finer clothes, much more businessy, kind of lounging on a bunk. Mr. Witch nods to you and then kind of like doffs his top hat in your presence.
Guys, do you get it? Because it's the Witchlight Carnival. It's Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, the business partners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes total sense now. Thanks for saying that.
I'm so glad that we have DJ to perform exposition specifically for Grant.
Hey, do you think those are their real voices?
Yeah.
Well, it's my voice, so yes, it is a
they have
real
whatever
voice
voice
that I can do.
and size that they have.
Very accurate. Mr. Light kind of looks at you and says, "Of course, I'm sure that you're all wondering why exactly you were brought here today. Well, just to further explain, this here is the Witchlight Vein." He holds up that kind of scepter that he has in his hand. And it is magically enchanted with the capability to pick up on all of the various emotions throughout the Witchlight Carnival. And let me tell you, overwhelmingly positive reception tonight. And of course, being so finely attuned to the Witchlight Vein and to the emotions of the festival, I of course know that your group has been at the center of several very important decisions that had led to people just overall becoming joyous at this very fine carnival tonight. And so we figured, me and of course my compatriot, Mr. Witch, simply wanted to speak to you and thank you for your wonderful assistance and just kind of get to know you a little bit, see if there was anything perhaps that we could provide for you, just as an eager thanks. So tell me, why exactly have you found yourself at a fine festival? Anyone?
Mr. Light.
Well,
I'm gonna be honest. We rose from the grave about an hour ago.
Oh my, what a splendid
yes, I was going to say, none of us know anything about ourselves. All of us are an enigma, a mystery, a shadow of our old selves. We seek enlightenment.
Oh my, it appears that are you saying that you have all lost a part of yourselves?
Yes, it seems yes, it seems so, yes.
Are we dead?
Well, I mean, you certainly seem alive.
I poke Tweedle.
It hurts.
Watch out, man. That lance is like 10 foot long. You gotta watch where that's going. Now that you know you have it.
Well, now you know you're alive.
We've all been pretty much impossible to perceive
DM,
to one
DM,
another
if I
for
do
the
one
last
point of
few
damage,
hours.
I attempt to do 1 point of damage to Tweedle.
Yeah. 1 point of damage dealt.
Okay.
Bro, cut it out!
Does he know what his max HP is now?
Oh shoot, he didn't know already?
I didn't know yet.
Yeah, I lost your goddamn thing. You have 11 health, 11 max health, down to 10 currently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will also say, because technically you would have had to roll the hit, if you didn't know your armor class, right now you have scale mail, and you also are equipped with a shield, bringing your AC up to a 17.
Bro, nice.
Whoa, look at you.
Scale mail and a shield.
Yeah, scale mail is 14 plus 1, up to 15.
Armor class 17. Oh,
and
that's
the shield
huge.
gives you a 17 armor class.
Whoa,
sorry,
Tweedle,
it's
you
just
had
been
scale mail
stressful.
armor this whole time?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm sorry, guys. I've been stressed.
What's with the
man.
shield
I don't
on your
know. I'm
back?
lost.
Why have
We've
you used
lost
that the whole
ourselves.
time?
You see,
I didn't know it was there.
No wonder you were so slow in the snail race.
I was last in the snail race.
Oh, that's probably because you were dragging that lance.
It's true. The
I'm
lance
also
was
probably
stuck
like
in the
500 pounds. So
That
you
poor
see-
snail.
me, man.
Just slowly dragging 500 pounds on its back as it tries to get across the finish line.
Mr. Witch kind of grunts over in the corner, and he says,
I must say, we deeply regret your, we are sorrowful at the fact that you have lost a part of yourselves. Of course, we had no part of it. There are forces entirely outside of our control.
DM, do I
Insight
believe him?
Uh,
Hit him with that insight
Well,
check,
throw it out of
Spliff.
That's
And
Like,
on.
he said that real sus-like.
Of course. We had nothing to do with it. Yeah,
Of course,
Neither of
yeah,
you-
nothing at all.
neither of you
No,
are
of course not.
proficient in insight.
Yeah,
Neither of us? Ah, dang it.
Neither of you are proficient in
it's
insight.
fine. We're the McHelps brothers. We're gonna both roll natural 20s.
Yeah.
That's could you imagine if we actually did that? Oh my gosh. All right. What'd you get, Drew? Well, I got a natural 2, which is right next to the 20.
Well,
Hey.
I
Pretty
got,
close.
I got a 10. So combined, we got a natural 20.
Perfect.
I would like to point out that because D20 has 5 faces on each side, you know, like a little pentagon.
Actually, correction. I got a 9, not a 10, because I have a
Oh.
-1.
Oh,
Yeah,
never
I was
mind.
going
You
to
just
give
took
it
away
to
my
you,
whole-
but
my whole thing where I was gonna be like, we're both really close, like 2 and 10 are right next to 20, but whatever.
right, you seem
Wait,
like you have a
wouldn't
question.
the D20 have 5? Oh, I see what you mean.
Perfect.
Sorry,
See how on the thing
I was
with
thinking
the
like
5,
half of a D20 is 10, but now I see that it's out of 5s. I get it.
we got it. We got there.
Mr. Witch, his face like doesn't move when he speaks. You're like
Oh,
it is, but he is stone cold, not a single flinch in a single moment that you can tell. You can't read
I'll
him
lean into
to save your
Tweedle.
life.
I'll lean into Tweedle and I'll be like, next time you're getting prosecuted, you should have him on your team.
He would be great.
Hmm.
A fantastic lawyer and poker player.
Yeah, you make a good point. If we make friends here, it might come in handy later. These guys are basically playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, and we're the NPCs.
What's
Roller Coaster Tycoon?
Don't you guys remember Trivia Night? Oh, whatever.
No, you were the one who answered that because you Googled it.
I did Google it. Yeah, that's.
Oh, yeah,
now I'm
you-
a genius.
Cheated.
As kind of an offside to himself, Mr. Witch kind of mutters,
The wheel of time turns ever on. What's lost is lost, and what's gone is gone.
What does that mean?
Okay. Wow.
What? And
I just-
Mr. Light says, "Oh, come on now. Let's speak of more joyous things. So tell me, what have you been enjoying most here at the carnival? I know that you may not remember exactly who you are. You've lost a piece of yourself, perhaps pieces. But tell me, what have you enjoyed? Was anything stood out to you?"
Well,
Trying
not
to-
to brag,
trying
and
to
Spliff will try and
replicate.
take on a slightly heroic pose, but I did win the snail race. That was pretty great.
Oh, fantastic! We have a true victor in our midst.
Oh, stop it. You flatter me.
I don't think
I
I won
try.
anything.
You've won.
I can't
our
remember
hearts,
anything.
Well, okay. No. I
You
don't think
won
I
our
won
hearts
anything
at that
because
stage performance.
we
What a
did-
strong man!
we did the snail race, we did the Hall of Illusions, we did the feasting orchard,
Mm-hmm.
We did the. You know what
and then
my
we
favorite
did
thing
the big
was,
top.
Mr. Light. Did I say that right?
Oh yes. Oh, I thought you were speaking out of character. Please tell me what your favorite thing was.
There was a woman named, I don't know, it was Nancy or something. And I don't really remember what her life story was, but she told me. And I mean, I had the opportunity to say some really nice things. I literally don't remember anything about this person at all. I wasn't really listening, but it seemed to work. And they felt so much better afterwards. It seemed like somebody died or something. It was terrible. I don't remember though.
Eliwick Tumblestrom.
How do you remember?
Well, Eliwick Tumblestrom. I don't know why I'm speaking
No.
exactly. Eliwick Tumblestrom was the halfling bard at the food contest.
Yeah, that's the
Um,
one. Yeah. The one that I sat with and consoled.
Yeah,
And then
so
we
there was
cried.
that one. Yep,
Yeah.
Well,
and
Drew and I went and crushed the rest of
absolutely.
the competition at that pie.
The
eating
thing is,
That's right.
I made her day. And so that felt good because I did something good. And so I was pretty happy.
And we thank you for it. Good thing, good people doing good things for the good people. It's what makes the joy of the Witchlight Carnival truly go round.
Yeah, plus, karma. I think I've done a lot of bad things. So
I've never
if I could
met.
even it out, that would be good. So I'm trying to be better,
I've never met. Aaron just killing it with terrible jokes.
Thank you.
You
I
know-
try. Well, I'm so thankful, as I've said, for your efforts here at the carnival. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your time. It was a fantastic wonder meeting you. You actually do see this kind of sudden movement to getting you guys out. In the background, you see Mr. Witch has pulled out a stopwatch.
It's a
kind
gun.
of little
I'm just
thing.
kidding. Get out.
No, he pulls a little timepiece out, hooked on a chain to the inside of his jacket, and he kind of taps at it to notify Mr. Light that they're off schedule or something like that. And he says, "Well, tell you what, as a special gift, just as you leave, feel free to ask Thaco, the wonderful clown outside, for any balloon animal of your choosing. Doesn't matter, any type, whatever you imagine. He is a whiz when it comes to balloon animals. So just whatever you'd like. We really must be going. We have a terribly busy schedule. Yes, Tweedle, if I remember correctly.
I'm not raising my hand in game. I'm just raising my hand out of game.
Yes, Grant.
All right, Aaron. Can I take a really sharp eye look around this room to see if I can spot anything that might give a clue as to what these two might be up to, if this is real, any files or weird things that would make me think these people are disingenuous. I'm just looking around the office or whatever we are.
Make a perception check. You're not.
Are we not in
proficient
a
in
wagon?
perception. Yeah, you're in a wagon.
That's what I thought.
Or a tent. It's one of the two. I don't entirely remember.
A perception check. Eh?
It is a wagon.
So that's a 5. Anyone want to help me? If you, I know that's
You
not
rolled a
really how
2?
it works, but I rolled a 2.
Oh my god, guys, we really are out of practice.
Nobody else wants to see what's in
just
this
saying-
To be
wagon?
fair, how would they help you?
We really suck at this game.
Nobody else.
Well, let me tell you.
I take a picture with my
Aaron.
with my.
Can't,
Does Spliff or
Hold on,
myself notice what the heck Tweedle is doing, and are we able to point out something to him that maybe strikes our own fancy to give him advantage?
or
No.
or
Okay.
We're really
Okay.
grasping that strategy.
First question: do I notice that Tweedle's trying to getting on.
Tweedle's he's like, he's really
noticing
not stealthy about it.
Noticing that Tweedle is trying to get an eye on things, maybe I'll try and distract Mr. Light and Mr. Witch with a joke.
I'm ready for it.
Hey, Mr. Light, just while I got you here, I know that my jokes weren't the greatest, but I think I really got some talent here, Like, I would really love an opportunity here. Maybe I could join.
By all means.
I got one more.
I'm sure we have a couple of seconds, and you see Mr. Witch shake his head that we do not have a couple extra
Okay,
seconds.
oh, come on, right,
Mr.
Okay.
Witch, please. Spliff has really been practicing here. Like, he was
I
so
start
destroyed when he
lumbering.
couldn't land any of his comedy jokes. He's a real up and coming comedian. Please give him a chance.
Meanwhile, Tweedle is like rummaging through the entire wagon in the background, like upturning things, like dumping drawers out. Like he is
At this
just
point,
looking.
I take a couple of steps towards Mr. Light, and I put my hand around his shoulder to kind of guide him away
Yeah.
from looking at Tweedle.
Yeah.
But why did the baby cookie cry?
Oh, please.
checking
tell
under couch
me.
cushions.
It's listen, this is a doozy, okay? It's because its mother was away for so long.
Make a performance check for me.
Tweedle tries not to laugh behind them as he looks through their things.
Can
I try again now that I'm actually like physically
Hey
interacting
Grant,
with
can you
things?
make a Constitution saving throw? You are not proficient, but your Constitution is a 17.
Nice.
All right.
Performance. That's gonna be 16.
Strangely enough, Mr. Light doesn't seem to get it. Mr. Witch cracks a smile.
Hey! Woo!
Yeah.
Mr. Light is like, a wafer. But wafers and cookies are fundamentally different bread products. And Mr. Witch is just like,
Respect.
Jake nods
You
his
get
head.
it, Mr. Witch. Yeah, I knew you had a funny bone in you. I knew you did. Anyway, we don't want to take up too much of your time. Tweedle, did you get it?
I got 22. 22
Fanny, you
con.
do manage to stifle your laugh. You don't find anything in particular while you're searching through all this stuff and trying to like take a look around. You do see that there is like a little gap, like outside the window. You can see a little pocket that is like really hard to see from inside or outside the wagon. If you did want to like eavesdrop on them at some point in time.
Ooh, that's good to know.
Ooh.
But Mr.
Anyway,
Light
I don't
and
want
Mr. Witch, they usher you out.
Yeah. Thank you.
And you hear Mr. Burley, please take them to Thaco. And he leans back to you and he says, "Oh, he truly is a fantastic clown. A few words, many talents."
You know what that tells me? Thaco knows how to break into places.
Let's go. We need him on our side, boys.
Burley grabs you and is like,
"Oh, thank you, Mr. Witch. I'll lead him out of here."
And kind of leads
Thanks
you
again.
away.
Appreciate it.
See ya. It was great meeting you.
You stop by Thaco briefly on the way out. He has a constant scowl on his face.
Hey, Thacky, how's it going?
He says, "Don't call me that. My name's Thaco.
Thackwad.
I'd appreciate if you could
Oh, sorry.
refer to me as such. What do you want?"
We were told that you could make us balloon animals.
I can make any balloon animal you could ask for.
I would like a horse.
Okay.
Done.
Uh,
It's like
Whoa.
it has a mane. Like,
Wow.
you're not
like-
even sure where he got the balloons from. You didn't see him inflate him. You think that he just moved his hands fast enough that air was forced inside of the balloon. Like, this dude is a wizard at balloon animals.
Wow.
And he says, "This is your horse. It's a Palomino. Its name is Jessica."
Thank you.
this might seem a little narcissistic, but I was kind of hoping you might be able to make a centaur.
Centaur is just a horse with a body on it. Yeah, I can do that. He's throwing balloons out there. It is like fully formed. It is actually an exact replica of you, just as ambiguous in what you look like as everything else.
As you retrieve it,
Wow,
Spliff,
Thank you.
Tweedle leans over and says, "Don't let that thing pop, man. What if it's like connected to you or something?"
It is, and it's perfectly safe.
That horse had a
You watch
name.
Tweedle, you watch as Spliff's mind opens to the possibilities that he might have just accidentally cursed himself.
Balloon animals do not make good voodoo dolls because they are very difficult to stab.
I
But
would say
man,
they're
does
easy
it
to
hurt
stab.
when your whole arm blows up.
It is true. Maybe they're very effective voodoo dolls.
It's
Like,
like
you
a,
just-
that's just like a, hey, it's extra work, but you could blow up someone's literal head. So
Yeah, just like bam,
Yikes.
done, nailed it.
and they're gone.
Okay.
What?
Okay, Thaco.
Thank you for using my name correctly. I appreciate it.
I was gonna go with big TH, but I
Do
figured
not.
you'd win like
My name
that.
is Thaco. It's on the name tag. You can read, I would hope.
All right. I want a Hydra. 1,000 heads.
1,000 head, just 1,000 heads?
Okay. 10,000 heads.
10,000 heads? I mean, sounds good to me. He like pulls out a drill. He's like, you're unsure. Bop, bop, bop. It also makes the like Lego sound when they're building in the Lego games. Like you're shaking around a bunch of ice in a glass. And the steam is coming off of it. It's like heated up by the sheer amount of speed. You're not going to count. But it sure seems like there probably 1,000 heads on this thing.
Okay, Thaco, impressive. How you do with locks?
He makes a balloon lock.
No,
Wait. Can you pick the balloon lock? This is
Yeah.
just sheer curiosity.
I
We're not making
I
perception
would
judgments.
never.
I'm just
I do
curious.
not approve of picking locks. I could make
Okay,
a balloon
fine.
key that would fit the
okay,
balloon
drop
lock
the
if you
act,
wanted.
Mr. Employee.
Wait. I'm gonna pull Tweedle off to the side for a second. I'm just like, hey, Tweedle, you're coming on a little strong here, man. Like, listen. I know that you're a convicted you're a convicted criminal, but like, that doesn't mean that just any clown that's kind of sassy to you is a convicted criminal. And then I'll like lean over my shoulder. I am so sorry.
You see Thaco there, and he says, "I'm just saying you called this Hydra pretty incredible, but you didn't even see the most impressive part of it."
Wait, does it breathe fire?
There's more.
He pops one of the heads on the Hydra, and two more inflate.
Oh!
Dude, that's
So,
sick.
yeah,
The coolest one ever, and
Man, I should ask for
could
something
sell
more
this for so
interesting
much
than a
money.
horse.
I'm just saying you were given the option to take any animal, and you chose a horse. You chose a horse, and that's what you get. Congratulations. Now please leave. I gave you the balloon animals. There's only 3 of you. That's 3 balloon animals.
This might be my
Okay,
favorite
but-
NPC in this whole place.
Honestly,
Hey, Thaco, if
What?
we need someone to help with something
Do
later,
not ask me.
come on.
Look, I want to be very
Please?
clear. I want to be very. I
Tweedle,
want to be
Tweedle,
very
Tweedle.
clear.
I think now is the time for us.
I don't
to
like
go.
you. I don't like you. I don't like you. You asked for a balloon animal. I like Mr. Lake. He told me to make balloon animals.
He's paid to
Congratulations, you
say
got a
that,
balloon
guys.
animal. I'm barely paid.
I just start to
And I love
usher
it.
everyone away.
Yeah, that's right. Back out. That's what I thought.
To Mr. DM, sir.
Yeah.
I would love to tip Thaco in some way.
Oh,
Does the carnival operate on money? Is tickets kind of the currency? Are punches kind of the currency? Like, is there something that I have that I
You
could
would
give Thaco?
assume because like they have to obtain, like they take gold for tickets. Like you pay money to get tickets, and like you would know just like instinctively that like when the carnival isn't running, you will sometimes see them in like a nearby town buying things, so they probably get paid somehow.
Yeah. Do I have any gold to give him?
Yeah, you have starting gold.
Great.
So like you got like 5,
how much? Nice.
Wow.
something like that. I don't know. It's
Good.
Under the Dragons. They give you a random amount of money when you start.
yeah. I go over to Mr. Thaco with my balloon.
You're still here. Fantastic.
I'm sorry. I know that you don't want us to be here. I'm sorry about my friends. Listen, this is
What did I
incredible hydro. So I just here you go. I just a little something for your trouble.
Oh, jeez. Now you're trying to bribe me. Fantastic.
No, there's no bribe. It's just a tip. It's just
Consider it a down payment.
Just a tip. What do you think?
Shut
Like
up,
I'm some
Guido.
kind of waiter? That's an honorable profession, and I admire them, but I'm not. I'm a clown.
Listen, man. I just want to give you the opportunity to get something nice. Here you go.
Something nice. Everything I own is made of balloons.
Tweedle's like winking
Now you
in the
can change
background.
that.
I just set down the gold coin.
You got a problem with my balloon wares? Do you think that
I turn around
you
to
think you're
Don
better
and
than
Tweedle.
you think you're better than
Could
balloons?
you, both of you, shut up for 10
I haven't said a
seconds?
word.
Trying to have a genuine moment with the clown.
That's what I've been trying to say.
All right, here you go. Here's the gold coin. I apologize for my compatriots. All right, we'll get out of your hair.
Fantastic.
No,
I'd love it.
See you
My
later,
hair is also
Thaco.
made out of balloons. It's hard to know.
Oh, poor Mr. Thaco.
As you are kind of led away,
What a strange, sad man.
What a
Burley, who is still kind of leading you, kind of like leads you, and he beckons you into like a little behind a wagon, like a little dark corner, and he takes off his jack-o'-lantern helmet.
Whoa.
Whoa. This
Whoa.
is uncalled for.
He's like, hey,
This-
hey,
this-
hey.
I thought this was a family-friendly event.
It absolutely is. Look, I don't mean to push this on you, but you guys seem like pretty upstanding guys. Seeing as Mr. Light invited you to, I mean, you've been I don't know if you guys are actually great people, but you've been like increasing the positivity of the carnival. You seem to have good intentions. Maybe you want something, maybe you don't. I don't know. Look, I'm just saying, sounds like I was eavesdropping a little bit, just a little bit. Seems like you guys have some problems.
Yeah, you could say that.
Couple of bad things.
Yeah.
You
I
lost
don't
some
even know
parts
what
of
my
yourself.
problems are, man.
That's exactly the problem. Look, bad things have been happening for a while at the carnival. All right, people, things going missing. Sometimes those things aren't exactly physical. All right, we got someone lost their sense of humor. Like it's just gone. It's just actually gone.
What a terrible thing to happen.
Of course, we have the regular people losing their wallet, people losing their shoelaces, people losing their left sock. I don't even know how you lose a left sock. I always lose the right one. We had someone who lost their sight. It's just gone. Still got eyes. They work fine. Can't see.
What a poor sap.
Someone lost their sense of smell. Someone lost their sense of taste. All sorts of things. Just gone. Just gone. Look, my bosses know more than they're telling, but I think their hands are tied somehow. I don't know what's stopping them. But you guys are the first people I met who might be able to set things right. They're good guys. Witch and Light, good guys. But you're gonna need leverage if you want them to spill the beans.
Typing notes.
First of all,
I'm currently writing notes. Excuse me.
I want to make sure. Are you guys willing to help out? I don't want to force you into anything. If you just want to go back to the carnival, have some fun, leave at the end of the night, that'd be great. You may never know who you are. But, that's a choice. You can write a new identity. Who knows? Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's better that you don't know who you are.
Aaron, in this moment, I would like to use a red chip.
Yes.
And as he's speaking, Don is looking intently at this bugbear, and everything fades around him as he finds himself in some sort of meadow or like pasture, and he sees himself with other what looks like knights galloping on horses, lances and pikes and halberds in hand as they're going through a training regiment. And as he comes back to the present moment, he says, "My honor would not allow me to turn the other way. I shall help in this moment of need."
Fantastic. You are a knight. I honestly didn't write down backgrounds for you, but I will say that because I probably would have given you something around the the like oh geez, what's the
Folk
is it-
hero,
there's one there basically you know that you have
Soldier?
2 retainers. There's like a special background thing that like you gain. You have 2 retainers. They're out there somewhere. I'll come up with names for them in a little bit. I'll be honest. Not popping in my head at the moment. My immediate
has a
instinct
flashback to being a retainer / steed for Dawn.
my immediate instinct was call them Shadrach and Meshach. But
Nice.
Ooh, strong.
those have already been taken by at least one adventuring party. I know about them. So I'll come up with some names for your retainers. But you do know that somewhere out there you have 2 squires waiting for you. You're pretty sure.
This is good to know.
Nice.
He looks at me, he's like, all right, fantastic. Also, I want you to know, I want to help out Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, but I also don't want them to know about it because this kind of is treason. And I don't want to lose my job and my home. I live here, like I'm a carny. I live with the carnival. I move where they move. And also, no hurting them. I will not see harm come to my employers. They're good people. They might be flawed, but without them, the carnival's going to fall apart. I don't want that. So here's the thing. Perfect leverage. I'd recommend stealing the Witchlight watch.
Is that,
Mr.
that's
Mr. Witch?
That's the watch that he had that he checked before.
Oh yeah. Basically, the watch makes sure that the carnival stays on schedule. It keeps track of the time. It wraps things up when it's done. Keeps it going when it starts. If you have that, they'll be forced to work with you.
Do you
Look,
have any
Binky.
suggestions as to how we might acquire said watch, since it's
I
on
do.
Mr.
Mr.
Witch's
Witch
person?
always in the staff area, or does he leave?
Well, pretty much, you're never gonna see Mr. Witch and Mr. Light separated, except at 2 points in time in the night.
Okay.
I wish that I would have gotten to you earlier, because the first time is during the Big Top Extravaganza. Mr. Light has his whole routine on the silver ring. I'm all in the stage and stuff, and then Mr. Witch is still in his little cabin, a little wagon. That's what it's called. Forgot the name of it. Second time is the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch. Pretty much same deal. Mr. Light's gonna be there. He's gonna award the crown and everything. But there's going to be a brief moment of time just before that all goes down that Mr. Witch is going to be on his own. Now, it's a little dangerous, seeing as that's your last chance of the night, right?
Yeah.
Like after the
that's-
crowning of the Witchlight Monarch, game over, lights out. Carnival's done for the day.
But if we get caught beforehand, it kind of sucks.
I mean, yeah, but it's either way, it's going to be pretty kind of the worst.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Look, Binky. I've
This-
been.
This is Burley.
Sorry.
What's with
Sorry,
you and not
Burley.
saying people's names right?
Look, Burley. I like you. Something's been off this whole time, and I've just been waiting for somebody to cut the crap. And you're that person. So here we are, ready to do something about it.
I'm excited.
And you know what? Maybe we'll have to pull some strings that we normally wouldn't have to. Maybe we'll have to kill some people.
no,
we'll have to
please don't go
pick some
killing
locks.
anyone. No killing
whoa,
Picking
whoa, whoa.
locks. I want you to know that I don't approve of thievery, but in extreme times, it may call for extreme measures. Extreme measures does not include murder.
Okay, we won't kill anyone.
Great measures include knocking people out.
No violence. Try to avoid violence.
Ugh.
We
Oh
wanna
yeah, because we got to
the con-
keep the
we want to keep
mood
the
up.
carnival positive.
I would like to. I'd like to use. Is the black chips the one that affects
Black
other
chip
players?
remembers about other people. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to use a black chip.
Fantastic.
where I flash back for a second, and I remember this isn't the first time that the three of us have had to do some shady business on the side.
Go!
Maybe
Yes.
maybe Tweedle has dragged us into a couple of things, but we had the same feeling about violence last time as we do this time. So Tweedle, with his immense knowledge and resources, maybe got some sort of potion or smelling salt, something that people could smell that would cause them to pass out. And I don't know if he knows how to make it or if he has
Like
it or something like that.
chloroform?
Well,
Some sort of chloroform
jeez.
type situation going on.
Let me tell you. I will say this. You do remember people passing out around Tweedle. It is not because of a potion, because of chloroform or any other specific chemical. Normally, this is not even capable for most people like Tweedle, but you do know that Tweedle is a spellcaster, and Tweedle does have the sleep spell.
Yeah. Great
Oh,
motivation.
I have the sleep spell.
So I will tell
Oh
you
my
this.
gosh.
I will tell you
Do we
this.
know which
You
kind of
have
spellcaster?
2 first level spells. Well, 2 first level spell
Yo.
slots. I should say spell slots. One of the spells that you can cast is sleep. This is completely outside. I want you to know that he did not have sleep before this happened. You now have access to the sleep spell.
Is sleep
That's
a
so
first level
good.
spell?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, cool. Great.
It would be so
Never mind,
funny if
man.
it wasn't.
Watches as like a 4th level spell.
Dude.
It's first level.
Thank you
We're
so
good.
much, DJ.
Okay, so let's
Listen,
see.
man, I might not use that black tip very often, but when I
Is
do,
Tweedle? What kind of spellcaster is Tweedle? Is he
do we know?
a sorcerer
does
I don't
it
think
or
we
a
know yet.
wizard?
If we study it,
Or he
Does he like to
could,
sing
in
about
theory,
these
be
things?
I'll just try to
warlock.
cast random spells.
I mean,
See
he
what
could be a
happens.
lot of things.
there's
Here's
like
the thing. All I'm
7
saying
different
is that
things. Okay.
up until this point, he did not have sleep on his spell list. I will not state whether or not it is even possible for him to have it on his spell list.
Yeah, even subclasses have some spells that they're
Who
just
knows,
allotted.
dog? Who knows?
Okay,
I know.
Taco, we won't do any violence. We're gonna keep the
What?
vibes up. We're gonna
Hold
be
on.
positive.
Did you just
Sorry.
call me? Did you just call me Thaco?
Burley.
Look,
We're not
don't
gonna do
go-
any violence. We're gonna keep the vibes up, and we're going to figure this thing out. Okay, you and us together. We're in this together. We're split 4 ways, man. Whatever happens to us happens to you. That's how this works.
Okay. That sounds great. I got a
Burley
couple.
was not expecting to get wrangled into a freaking gang.
Here's the thing.
An
I got a couple
adventuring
more
party,
pieces,
please.
couple more little bits of information for you. That may help you. I mentioned the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch. I would recommend one of you becoming the monarch. Now, no one has any technical control over how that happens. Mr. Light's his Witchlight vein, that staff that he has, that little scepter, that constantly overviews the mood of the festival. And at the end of the night, it automatically chooses the guest who has contributed the most to the happiness, who's brought the most joy, who's been the most helpful, who's been out there smiling and laughing with the crowd.
Is there a way for us to know who's in the lead?
No.
Okay.
You just have. So I'd recommend that you try to pump up the
Real
convo
hard.
as much as you can.
Drive real hard. Drive real hard.
Yep.
We got this. We got this.
And second, when you go for the watch, when you go for the Witchlight watch, it is connected by a chain to his waistcoat. So you're gonna need something to either break or unfasten that chain. However you want. I don't know. It shouldn't be too hard, but like you will need something. Last up, there are a couple of people around, a couple of other employees like me who are probably willing to help you. If you go to them, they're good eggs. I know you've met Candlefoot. He's the mime.
He's been having a real rough time of it lately. Palasha, the mermaid, also having a bit of a rough time of it. They know each other. It's a long story, but they're good eggs. And there's also I lost his name. Durleground.
Whoa.
I don't remember who that is. But if you find him, he'll help you out.
To the ground. And then I have two TBD.
Yes. I will figure out who that is in the meanwhile. He's like, so basically, if one of you is elected to be the monarch, you can kind of, Mr. Light, you're also given a charm that lets you fly for a little while if you're elected. So, I mean, hey, it's just a little added benefit for you. But yeah, so one of you gets elected, and then either the other two or one of y'all is going for the watch, and then you can trade that watch for whatever information you need from the two employers.
I think to start, we should go visit Palasha. Since we haven't been there.
Figured out who Durleground is. Durleground is in charge of Lost and Found. He's a displacer beast. Great guy. Good egg.
You got leads.
Okay. Yeah, I think we should start with Palasha. See if we can help out around there to raise the mood of the festival, while also getting in contact with a potential ally.
Sounds like a plan. Now, I recommend that you don't speak to me again unless you're in very dire straits. Other than that, I wish you luck. I hope that you can help us out of this situation. Once again, they're good people. Something's just, stopping them from really being their best. And I want to see them thrive. So
that's fair. Just
that's too
question.
early.
Palasha, is she over in the Silver Song Lake?
Yes, she'll be over there. You saw her singing at the Big Top Carnival. Wonderful, great. Beautiful voice.
Cool. Well, we appreciate your help, and I guess we'll be making our way.
Wonderful.
Do we get a tent or something, like a house? Where do we sleep?
You don't sleep. It isn't like this. You just go home at the end of the night.
Oh. Where's home?
That is for you to find out. Here's the thing. If you are able to help Mr. Witch and Mr. Light figure out, and you can kind of solve this whole missing stuff situation, Durleground might actually be a good person to ask about that, him being the lost and found guy as well. So,
I guess we did lose our homes.
If you can find yourselves, then now you know where to go.
This just became a journey of self-discovery.
It always has.
Literally. And we learn more about ourselves through the people we love.
All right, we go to the Silver Song Lake.
Fantastic. You head to the Silver Song Lake, leaving Burley behind you. Mist gathers at the banks of a shimmering lake. Near its center, a mermaid lounges in a giant bowl, suspended above the lake. She is singing this glorious, haunting song that captivates spectators on the lakeshore. And in response to that song, the lake water coalesces into magical sculptures that whirl around her, dancing atop the surface of the lake as she performs. You see little fish as well, like they're called quippers, that like dance and jump out of the water in rhythm to her music. Just all around beautiful performance. As you arrive, you do hear this weird
like in the audience, it is complete silence. Everyone is so enraptured by this music. And then almost jarringly, you hear a voice out of the crowd says, "Doesn't even sound that good."
Wow, what a jerk.
Hey,
Where's this guy?
heck?
Who is he? Who is he? I immediately look
Fucking
around.
great.
Can you, whoever is searching for them, roll a wisdom perception check?
Can I put Spliff on my shoulders to give him a better view and give him advantage? I know you're a horse. I know you're a horse, but I have advantage on strength checks and saves.
He is considered. He does.
I'm a size
is considered
larger,
a large
pushing and
creature when it's pushing. Pulling,
I would
carrying.
just love to see
I just
that.
like lift you above my head.
I will
like a
have
horse.
Tweedle. Can you please roll an athletics check? You have a +1 to this. You are not proficient in athletics. You have a 13 in this ability.
Oh, okay.
I suppose I need to know if I can see better or not first.
Yeah, I mean,
And you have
Not
advantage because
proficient.
you're pushing, pulling, and
Yes.
carrying.
right. Thank goodness. Oh, that's much better.
And
I mean, that's a
I'm just that
13.
nice. Just a 13, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll call it. You don't get like his whole body off the ground, but you
Hoist
like
him on my shoulder.
you like have his front hooves on your
Yeah,
hands.
If I see what Tweedle's trying to do, can I come around on Spliff's back hooves and try and pick him?
You've
pick
got
up
the
his
back hooves. I will
But I don't
absolutely
see
It's
it going coming.
elevator.
So I get my front hooves and I'm like, okay, I'm pretty stable. As my back hooves are suddenly picked up.
So, can you also roll a strength athletics check?
We just elevator
have
this
been through
horse
that.
off the ground.
Okay,
Like,
Yeah, I don't
in
make
the
it very
crowd,
far
all they
with
see
this
is a
one,
horse
DM.
like
This-
ascend.
This is very important. I need you to not drop me because if I break a leg, you have to kill me.
Well, unless I have advantage for some reason.
Nobody laughed at my
Uh,
horse leg joke.
I'm too busy thinking real hard.
because I'm only picking up half a horse.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage. Why not? Everyone's trying to help out here, you know?
Okay, that's better. 13.
13.
Oh, good.
Sure.
I
will
13 for
absolutely
each
allow it.
half of a horse.
Okay. Oh, you guys gotta stiffen up the shoulders. Okay, just like
So I will give
Alright,
you
and then
advantage
go.
on this perception check because you're roughly 3 people taller than the rest of the crowd.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Do I know anything about perception? Am I proficient in that?
I don't believe so. No, you
I
aren't.
know that my wisdom's a +1. Okay.
Yes.
18.
That's
You
pretty
are
good.
not able to tell where this
What?
voice is coming from.
They rolled pretty high.
This is
on
a
their stealth check.
contested roll, and let me tell you, their deception was like a 22. So,
I can't beat a 22.
well, yeah, not with that one. Sure enough, later you actually are. The crowd is like split in 3 ways. You have some of the crowd that is like still enraptured by this song. Some of the crowd that is like kind of annoyed at this heckler. And then the other part of the crowd that is just looking as 2 people balance a horseman on top of their hands.
Wait, don't look at me. Find the heckler. Everybody find the heckler.
Guys, why don't we just make up for the heckling with positive statements?
Oh, that's a good idea. Wait, I know her name. Just a second. Palasha, your voice is so beautiful.
Man, it sounds so good. And look at those fish.
Yeah,
Cool.
right. Sounds like off-putting jazz.
I look for him again. I look for him again.
Please roll a perception check. I will give Spliff McKenzie advantage still, because he's 3 people taller than everyone else at this moment.
Oh my word.
Non-nat 20.
Oh, okay.
Non-nat 20.
No.
Nice.
I rolled real bad.
Nice.
Well,
Come
let
on.
me tell you,
Come on.
they rolled a natural 1, so it totals
Yes.
up to a 6. Not good.
So
you see, it's hard to make out an exact guise of them, like exactly figure out what they look like. But there's a dark figure, cloaked in like just a bunch of like blue rags. They have butterfly wings on their back. Short, like it's probably still a medium creature, but like small for a medium creature. And there's this awkward moment where you lock eyes with this little creature, these beady little eyes from underneath his hood, and they know that you see them, and you know that they know that you see them, and they just book it. They just start running.
Immediately, I don't try to get off of Tweedle and Dawn. I just try to guide them. So now I'm like,
you're like pedaling the people.
Yeah, but it's still on Dawn and Tweedle, but they're carrying me, but I'm galloping, and we're all running around towards this guy.
Absolutely wonderful. Let me see here.
And the whole time I'm heckling him. I'm like, I see you. You ain't getting away. Stop that guy.
Okay,
also, Palasha, you're doing great. Don't stop. Stop that
there is
thing.
like a brief moment where you can almost see Palasha like stumble, but then she catches herself before the stumble even happens, and like also makes eye contact with you in a like,
you're doing great, sweetheart.
But also like,
what are you doing?
That does not look healthy. You all take off in this very Looney Tunes style. The two people below the horse are running, pedaling their hands as the horse is like walking in midair.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
People are like cheering, like as you go. They assume that you're an attraction.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will say that the carnival's mood does increase by 1.
Yes,
because not only have you scared away the heckler, which you are currently in hot pursuit.
One step closer to monarchy.
And you guys book it after this strange little thing that's running around. You are running all around this carnival. I will need someone to make a survival check.
Okay.
And I will need someone to make an athletics check.
Okay.
I would imagine I'd probably be the one to do the survival check because I'm quote unquote guiding us, right?
Are you
wise? I feel like Dawn is a more athletics person. I have a +1 to athletics, and you're really strong, right, Dawn?
I'm not proficient in athletics, but I have a +3 for strength. So
yeah,
you got to do that.
I happen to be proficient at survival.
You are double proficient at survival.
He's a rogue.
That means that I'm a rogue?
He's a ranger. Wait,
No,
I don't know what
rogue.
this means.
Rogues are the ones who have expertise.
Well, I mean, other people have expertise as well.
But
there's a lot of ways to get expertise.
Well, okay. Well, only like bards and rogues get it naturally.
I don't know, man. They've done a lot of changes.
He's a natural rogue, everybody.
My charisma. Well, so a survival is a wisdom stat, right?
Yes. So you'll have a +1 and then a +4 from double proficiency. So a total +5.
Let me tell you, Mr. DM, that would be a 24.
Woo-hoo! Wow. Hot dang. How are we doing on that athletics check?
8.
Yeah,
8.
Yeah, no, okay. I go barreling off of this guy.
I will state, actually, I will give you advantage because you are just using the back power and you've got Tweedle covering the front.
17.
Yeah.
17. There we go.
Good enough.
There we go.
Heck yeah.
So you, Spliff McKenzie, you bicycle your companions. This is the closest thing the horse has ever gotten to riding a bicycle. And it is
if Tweedle and I
comical.
were on unicycles while he was riding us.
What is even happening right now?
That would be
gosh.
You do get like a small band, a bunch of pixies, a little band that follows you around, and it just goes and everyone's like, woo, like I don't know what this is, but it can't be safe.
Oh gosh.
Darting through people, over top of tents, gushing around corners, wagons.
As we are going, every once in a while I'll notice that there's a child watching me. I'll be like, don't try this at home. We're professionals.
A couple of the performers are like, those are very clearly not professionals. But if we alert people, that's going to cause a panic. So we're just gonna go with it. And they're like, great job. Like, oh no.
Oh my god.
You chase this figure throughout the carnival. Every which way, turn here, there, hither, thither, and yon. Eventually, I need to find my map because I'm lost.
That was some
Why
good
is there so
vamping,
many
though.
pages? Good lord, there's so many pages and none of them are mapped. Found it. I will say that you end up kind of near a little in between of the lost property department and the dragonfly rides on the far east
nice.
of the carnival. You've
Hmm.
covered a vast.
That's a decent ways.
Oh, it's like most of the carnival. It's like a fair bit. You guys have, if you start at the entrance, you have curved all the way around, hit Big Top. You've gone all over the place. Eventually, they're cornered. You've got them trapped. They're there.
At one point, I'm just standing on top of them and I'm pointing at them on top of Tweedle and Dawn. I'm just pointing.
Yeah, keep pointing.
We got
they're
you.
They're there, and they go, okay, now look. I want to be clear here. I don't want any trouble.
Well,
It's too late for that,
you were
buddy.
heckling.
Why are you heckling?
Yeah.
Why do you
Come on,
want to
Don,
know?
pitch in.
Yeah, are you
Wait.
cops? Are you
Yes,
hired by the?
yes,
are you
we
hired by
are.
the? Are you hired by the
No,
festival?
no, Don. Don't lie. We're not cops.
We're sort of
We just want
hired.
to know.
If you're cops, you
We
got
just
to
wanna
tell
know
me
what's
that you're
going on
cops.
We're just trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, that's all we want to know. Actually, Tweedle, Dawn, some down.
We care about
set down the
bringing
horse.
joy to this place. And you,
We set
Yeah,
down
we do.
the horse.
And let me tell you, that is a task.
I'm like, wait, guys, I'm like trying to keep my balance while you guys are trying to
Because
like.
horses
set me
are
down.
not known for being great at like dropping. Like they aren't great. Like they jump well, but like just flat drop. That's how you like.
At
right,
one
so
point,
you have to like.
one of my back hooves goes loose, and I actually like kicked on in the
Hey,
face.
Bend your knees when you land.
I'm sorry.
Which way?
Wait.
They bend weird
The whole time-
directions.
The whole time I'm like keeping eye contact as I'm like falling with this little gremlin thing just to make sure he doesn't run. And I'm like, hey, don't go anywhere.
Look, we've been trying to make this place better, people happier, spreading joy, and you're heckling. You're bringing the vibe down, man. That's exactly what we're trying to
Look.
avoid.
All right. First off, can I have any one of you make a persuasion check or intimidation check with advantage? I will let you
I would
choose.
like to try to intimidate.
Okay.
I mean, okay, hold on. No, Grant, your charisma is a negative.
Oh, my Christmas bad. Don't
My
let me do
charisma's
that.
also a 0.
Okay, my
Drew, do you know
charisma is
what
a
your charisma is?
14.
Okay, there
I'm
we
not
go.
proficient in persuasion,
Intimidate him,
but
Don.
I will try to intimidate him. As after the horse gets down, I will mount the horse and brandish
Whoa.
my lance.
There's
And I
a
will
light
say,
that just like shines behind you.
Now look,
like
buddy.
Adolf the White. Or
You're right.
whatever.
we are at
Whoa,
As you're talking, and you pull up this spear. I just kind of like, I just kind of like lean over my shoulder. I totally just missed what you guys said.
That is a Freudian
I was kinda like
slip if
leaning over
I've
my
ever heard one. I'm sorry, I gotta revisit this. I would like to
Wait, what
apologize. Grant just said like a beam of light, like from Adolf the White.
I'm crying.
Oh my word.
I meant Gandalf.
Gandalf? Gandalf?
I'm just saying those movies would have been violently different.
Violently different,
God.
absolutely.
Oh my word.
Moving
Okay.
man.
on, as Dawn, or
Yes.
not Dawn's me, mounts me, whatever.
Yes.
I don't like that either. As he gets on my back, I just like lean over my shoulder ever so slightly, and I'm like, "This is a one-time deal, okay?"
You know that you like rode into town, right? Like you carried everyone here regardless before you knew you were
It's
a
like
centaur.
Jesus on the donkey, bro.
Um,
Right into the
DM, do I
carnival.
happen to be proficient in intimidation?
Unfortunately, no, you are not proficient in intimidation. You will just have a +2 bonus with advantage.
Okay. That would be...
Can I give him assistance as he gets on, and that helps him out a little bit. But then I'm also like, you know what, Dawn, give him the lance, and maybe Dawn will like threaten him at lance point. You know,
I will give you an additional +1 because I'm a nice guy.
nice.
I thought
Nice,
you were
are
gonna
a
like
nice guy.
attempt to give me like a bardic inspiration or something. But sure.
No.
Do I have bardic inspiration? Can I do that?
Unfortunately, no. You have confirmed. You try. You're not a bard.
Ah, dang it!
All
I
right.
want
It
to
was
figure
good
out my
effort.
class is so
It was
bad.
good effort.
Although I suppose if you were a bard, I'd hope your charisma would be more than a 10.
Look,
I guess-
I did not necessarily make you guys characters that were good.
I'm kind of guessing that
kinda
I'm
character?
maybe, I don't know. I have a 16 in Dex and a 16 in Con. You know,
So anyway, what did you get on your
I think
intimidation
you're,
check?
A 16.
A 16.
watch as I'm like an artificer.
They are shook. Desperately shook.
Yeah, yeah. Dog. Give him the
They say, look, I'm gonna be clear here. I'm not meaning to cause any trouble. I have my own very personal, very reasonable reasons to try to bring down the joy at this carnival as a sign of trust and understanding. I think that you seem like stellar people and you just probably don't know everything that's going on.
You're right, we don't know, but we're trying to get information. So talk.
Wait,
So
wait,
start
guys,
spilling.
wait. Stand down.
Who are
stand
you?
Down. Tweedle goes.
What do you want?
"Hey."
Who do you work for?
Tweedle walks up.
Wait,
Whoa, guys. Whoa, wait.
Whoa! Did you just whoa me
Hey,
like
buddy.
a horse?
That is
Whoa,
offensive.
whoa.
You don't
Hey,
even
buddy.
understand how offensive that
He
is.
starts walking
It's
over
fine.
and just
He's-
says,
he's-
"Look,
it's fine. He's a hippo.
I know it's rough out there. I mean, working long hours. I know sometimes the day-to-day it just gets old doing the same thing. Tell
Tweedle,
us about it, man.
Tweedle,
Like,
what are you doing?
what's
Tweedle,
going on?
We already convinced
Trust
him to
me.
help us.
I'm tapping into my history as an armchair therapist.
Oh, very nice. Well done. Well done.
Come on, man.
Um,
Just let it out. Like, I understand. It's hard out here.
First of all, I am not an employee. They actually drop their spell. They've been casting disguise self on themselves, and they reveal a kenku, a little bird person hunched over, like
Cute.
feathered hands, a beak. They kind of look like a grackle.
I would like to point out
Do you know what a
the
grackle
fact
is?
that I don't know what a grackle is. I'm sorry.
They're
But I'm
like
just
the
laughing at the
pigeon
fact-
version of crows.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm just laughing at the fact that this Kenku canonically would have had to have heard a whoa, like, listen, I'm just working here or something
It's
like
actually
that. Whatever.
it's actually very interesting because their mouth is not open when they say these things. So they're like, your knowledge of a kenku is that they can only repeat, they can only use talk through mimicry, but this kenku does not appear to be doing that.
This Kenku is a ventriloquist.
Oh.
They say, look,
Interesting conclusion.
my name is Kettle Steam, and it's a very long story that I'm fully willing to tell. Don't worry, please don't stab me.
You got 12 minutes.
12 minutes. Okay. Let's see what I can
Oddly
do. here.
specific.
12.
All right.
Looks over at timer left on stream. You got 12 minutes.
Basically, I have a
That's
friend.
good.
I have a very important friend who is related to the Witchlight Carnival, and they have gone silent. I haven't been able to get in contact with them.
Who's
And
the friend?
so their name is Zabilna, and they're kind of, it's less of a friend. No, I would say that we're friends. She's also kind of my patron, but we're very close, and I haven't been able to get in contact with her, which is very concerning. Something has just gone very amiss, and I showed up at the carnival because I know that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light have talked with Zabilna, and I keep asking them where they went, and they just keep giving me the cold shoulder. They keep turning me away, but I'm so sure I did a little bit of eavesdropping, and I was listening to them talk in their wagon, and I'm a Kenku, so I can just, and she just opens her mouth for the first time, and you hear, someone is going to find out about this. They'll shut us down. Clearly the voice of Mr. Light. And then a more calm, kind of firm reply. We agreed to this. We agreed to the pact. Our hands were forced, but our eyes were open. We let the Hourglass Coven take what it wants, and in return, we stay in business. That is what you want, right? And she's like, I heard them talk about this. Something's going down. And I figured I would go and cause a little bit of trouble, make it so that their jobs and lives are a little bit harder until the point where they just gave up and told me what I wanted to know. All right? I really need to find her. I'm really afraid that she's in trouble.
Now, I'm noticing. So the Hourglass Coven, okay. I'm just noticing a theme here, okay. That's all I'm saying. I don't have any specific insight, but I'm just noticing a theme. There's the hourglass, and at each point in the night, something happens, right? And then there's obviously the happiness meter. Yeah, that's a thing. But like, I'm just noticing a theme here. Not have a conclusion, just connecting some dots. You can tell that Spliff is trying to rub his two brain cells together so hard.
DM,
Honestly,
do I
that was so
recall
smart.
the name Hourglass Coven?
Let me see. Make a history check for me, Mr. Proficient in History.
Come on, trivia.
Ooh.
Smart and historical.
Okay.
Historical.
16.
16. Specifically the no, you don't know the Hourglass Coven. You would assume there's a couple of key words and things that you know that can give you a little bit of insight into the situation. Coven normally refers to hags.
Okay.
Hags form a group, and that group is traditionally called a coven. You also are kind of leaning towards some kind of hag situation because the Witchlight Carnival is very clearly like Fae influenced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are both elves, and there's a lot of elves that deal with the Feywild and kind of that nature magic feel to it. The thing that you do recognize is the name Zybilna. Okay. Zybilna is in Arkfey.
Whoa.
And so when Kettlesteam mentioned that they were her patron, you think that Kettlesteam is probably a warlock.
Oh, interesting.
Kettlesteam, quick question for you. Did you lose your connection to Zybilna after you came to the festival or before?
Before. I lost it before.
And specifically, you've lost contact with her, but her being your patron and supplying you with certain abilities. Do you still possess those abilities?
Yes, I can still. She kind of shoots off to. She just fires fairy fire into the air, and everyone's like, "Wow!" She doesn't have any offensive things.
Kettlesteam is like crying.
She doesn't do like combat because Zybilna is like an archfey of like joy and happiness, and like good fun times. Like she's one of the good ones.
She's not one of the ones that you guys fought.
Yeah, she's not one of the archfey that like rips out your liver to use as a jump rope or your spleen or whatever. Like
Trudeau's like, okay, give us a moment, and he turns and kind of like steps aside with Spliff and Don. He's like, I feel really bad for this person. I mean, they're just trying to find Zybilna, and I mean, something's wrong here. I feel like we gotta help them.
I agree.
Yes.
But first and foremost,
it would be better if our forces were it working in tandem and not against each other. I apologize, Spliff. I totally spoke over you. Please go ahead.
I think they should apologize, Spiff. I agree.
Oh my god, that's so funny. You can tell that Drew and I haven't played together a lot in the last
Nope.
3 years.
Not at all.
So,
Yeah, so, all right.
should we tell them
Here.
about our
Sorry,
plan? or
that was a
what?
really inopportune time to take a drink. Kettle Steam says, "What's that about a plan?"
You.
Well,
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna help us, and we're gonna help you. Okay, we're gonna find the building.
Okay.
We're trying to get
Yeah.
to the bottom
All right.
of what's going on at the carnival. Okay, sounds like there's some sort of a hag situation. We
Uh-huh.
want to take care of that because we got to figure out why things are going missing. Okay.
Yeah.
But first thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna go back over to the pond, and you're gonna apologize to my friend. Okay.
I don't think that she'll like that.
I don't. Wait. Why don't you think that she'll like that?
Well, it's a long story.
how long have
Okay,
you
well,
been
first of all-
haggling her?
This is okay. I have
Heck,
never.
Heckling. Sorry, not
I-
haggling. Heckling. Thank you.
Okay. So here's the situation. As you've noticed, I'm speaking to you right now with words and phrases that are
Wait,
not
did you
mimicry.
take her voice?
No,
Oh,
I did not. As you could tell, she was
Wait.
singing. She was great. I may have
Oh, you took
stolen
the voice of the mime.
her fiance's voice as he was proposing.
Oh my word!
And
you took Candlefoot's voice?
a small child leans around the corner and is like, "What?"
Get out of here, kid.
We have to find
Scram!
Candlefoot right now.
They run away.
Okay. All right.
Okay, new plan. New
Vision to the
plan.
plan.
New plan.
Vision to the plan.
I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
find.
get the voice back to
I'm gonna
Candlefoot.
find Candlefoot.
Candlefoot's gonna propose.
You guys are gonna. You guys. You guys
I
go.
figured he was a mime.
You guys go to the mermaid. I'm gonna go find Candlefoot and meet you guys over there.
I mean, like,
And then I grab
A
the kangaroo and put it on
mime?
Spliff's back.
why would you need to speak?
Just
I
have
figured out
Zendaya
as a
give you a
trouble.
voice.
Exactly.
Bear,
What?
Listen,
Aaron,
get
I
what
put
you-
the
get what-
I
get-
It's the
grabbed the
great-
Kenku and
it's the
put the
greatest
Kenku
show.
on Spliff's back.
Oh,
They're
okay.
still making excuses. They've hardly
Yeah.
noticed.
And then I'm like, all right, ready, break.
I
Great.
go over to the pond.
you go over to the pond. Someone heads over to Candlefoot.
I go find Candlefoot.
Tweedle, what are you doing?
Oh, I mean, I really like Candlefoot, but I kind of want to see Don try to figure this out. So
Oh,
I
I
think
got
I'll go
this.
Spliff.
I got this.
I'll
Fantastic.
go Spliff.
So
Just
I'm
make
going
sure
to
everything goes
start.
smoothly.
I'm going to start with Dawn.
Okay.
You head over to the Hall of Illusions, big tent, mural of shifting images showing the grinning fairies diving into pools of color, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Candlefoot is back at his little ticket booth, just looking depressedly. He gazes longingly towards the Silver Song Lake.
Great Sir Candlefoot,
Cheers.
I come bearing news upon your voice.
He holds over his note card. He writes on his note card, and he's like, "What?"
I come bearing news about your voice.
Starts writing again. Did you find that little scumbag?
Yes, we found the Kenku and we've devised a plan, but I need you to come with me to meet up with the others at the lake.
He erases it and writes down again. He says, "I have lunch in 5."
Great. I wait 5 minutes and then
Fantastic.
escort him towards the lake.
In silence.
All right. In those 5 minutes, Tweedle and Spliff Mackenzie, you're all back at the lake. Is there anything you like to do for the 7 minutes it takes for them to get there?
While over the course of the
Uh.
7 minutes, we clap for every song that's performed.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
At one point, I would like to try and get Pawasha's attention and talk to her without disrupting the show. Basically, I want to communicate that she needs to take a break in 2 minutes.
Oh.
So here's the thing.
Oh, before you do that,
Yes.
Tweedle, why don't you see if you can find like a back room or something like that where like another staff member might be able to get Palasha's attention. You know.
Okay. Oh, you want me to get a staff member to get Palasha's attention?
Well, I don't know if there's like, you know, a setup tent around here where.
Okay, or a lifeguard or something. Yeah.
Or like lifeguard. Yeah, someone that actually works with her, not some random guy on the street trying to get her attention. You know.
Okay. I look around to see if there's anybody who seems to know Palasha that works nearby, like somebody who's taking care of the lake.
Yeah, there's a security guy.
Nice.
Tweedle goes and finds a security guy.
Yeah, he says, "Hey, yeah, how can I help you, sir? Are you lost? Do you need to find a kid? Is it a code yellow?"
No, no, we're good. Nothing. Actually, we're very happy, and you're doing a great job.
Are you looking for directions? I've got a map. I have a lot of maps.
Not quite. Listen, Palasha's fiance has something important to say. So if there's any break...
Ugh, man, he really blew it that first time. That was rough. Let me tell you.
No, really it wasn't his fault, man. Trust me, man.
Hey, you know, everybody gets the yips sometimes. Everybody gets the yips.
Look, we need Palasha. Maybe don't tell her that it's her fiance if she's got, like, complicated feelings about it. But look, we need just like a few minutes, if that's all right. Please, man. Please, for love. Isn't that what this place is all about? It's about joy. It's about love.
My goodness, when you start bringing up the love, you know.
Do you have any kids, Mr. Security Guard?
I do. I've got 3 kids, a beautiful wife.
Do it for them, man.
Look. You don't gotta convince me anymore. You said do it for love, and you know, let me tell you, when I married my wife. Man, I got the jitters too. I got the yips a little bit. It took me a couple of times. Took me a couple of tries. You
got some cold feet, and then you had to warm them up. Give them a little 1-2 rub on the rug, and then zap.
I mean, okay, that came a little bit later. That was a little bit. You're getting a little intimate there, buddy.
Whoa, but, okay. Look, we're in a bit of a hurry. I'm sorry. I'd love to hear all of the details of your intimate love life with your wife, but
well, look, I'm not one to kiss and tell, but you know, kissed and told.
I look back at Spliff McKenzie like, get me out of here.
I'm not a part of this conversation. I don't hear it, so I just come up.
Also, I will state that this security guard, just to give a little bit more detail as to what exactly he looks like, this is a halfling, stocky for a halfling. And he says, yeah, I mean, you know, my wife, the 7 feet tall Goliath, wonderful woman.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Let me tell you, talking about punching above your weight class, right? Punching above my weight class, right?
Literally.
Congratulations.
Wow, you are the rug in that situation.
You got the definition of a muscle body.
Look, I'm just saying, power bottom.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Get me out of here.
Whoa.
Get me out.
It's getting progressively more and more awkward.
Do I notice Dawn coming out at any point?
Yeah, it's been 7 minutes as Tweedle's been trying to convince the security guard.
Please just get Palasha for us real quick. Look, they're coming. Come on, man.
I mean, actually, her set ends in about 1 minute. So, I mean, I just kind of figured that I didn't need to tell her anything. She'll be going on a lunch break quick. You know, her and Candlefoot always used to take her lunch break at the same time. It was a real cute thing. Beautiful couple. Man. It's a real shame about the whole marriage thing that it fell through and all that. And you really
where should we go?
Sometimes you got the yips. It's all about the Mets, you know.
It's all about the Mets, baby.
For the lunch break, like where do we go for that?
Oh well, they would head to the staff. The Candlefish. What?
I said Candlefoot.
Is that their ship name? Candlefish? Because she's a mermaid?
My gosh.
I like it. You must be some real big fan.
This security guard is unhinged, man.
Sure enough, Dawn, you arrive with Candlefoot in tow. The time is up, and Palasha also like waves to the crowd. The little quippers jump out of the lake and form like hearts form out of the water. And like there's lights and beautiful, and everyone's clapping and cheering. She swims away, and there's this really awkward, like kind of tender moment where she like is like smiling, waving. She looks over and sees Candlefoot behind Dawn for a very brief moment. You can see her smile crack as a little piece of her heart breaks.
Oh.
And she
I'm
like
gonna fix it.
her smile returns, and then she swims off into the distance. And Candlefoot writes on his board, and he's like, I can't talk with her right now, obviously. Take me to little Screwball. I've got some words. He wrote words in parentheses.
Nice.
Is there like a
Gesture
private area
upon
that
my
we can
back.
have this discussion?
Right, scribbles down.
This poor Kenku knows that they're about to get the crap beat out of them.
Behind the
whoa.
bleachers, anytime, anywhere.
Okay.
Look,
I just
Candlefoot,
well, let's
just
meet up with
no
everyone,
violence,
and
please.
we'll go over there and have a talk.
Awesome.
No violence,
I would
please,
like to point
Candlefoot.
out
Just speak
that-
from your heart.
As the paper dungeon, we do not condone bullying. Just
No, not
put
at
that
all.
out there.
Don't worry, I'm sure that this will all turn out wonderful. He looks and he goes. He just nods with finger quotes.
we
You
start
assume
making
at
our
the
way
word
to
talk.
wherever behind the bleachers is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's literally a small stall with private individual booths. It's a restaurant called Behind the Bleachers.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it's just a
Um,
nice dinner.
And their sign says "Open anytime, anywhere."
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice. I love it. I love
So
it.
literally behind the
Beautiful.
bleachers, anytime, anywhere.
And we go
That's
to
awesome.
behind the bleachers, and we would like to get a table.
Anytime,
for
anywhere.
Fantastic.
six.
Yeah,
Fun.
you get a little private room, and it's big enough for a whole horseman, a hippo, a regular human, another
kenku.
regular human, and a kenku,
Yeah.
as well as a couple others. Honestly, it is connected to Silversong, to the Silversong Lake. So there are like water channels running through that you can see. Like every once in a while, a merfolk will pop out of it and like walk over and be like, "Yeah, I'll take some crab rangoons and blah 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 blah," and order their food. And go to the room.
Here's how I would like to picture this, right? So there's maybe like a curtain to kind of separate this room from somewhere else. So Spliff and Tweedle, we step into the curtain and we both get on either side of it, and we just place our hands, kind of down, kind of classic bodyguard style.
In the power stance.
Before Dawn goes and he sits at the head of the table with the Kenku on his left and Candlefoot on his right.
That's right.
Sitting facing each other. So Spliff and Tweedle are the security, and Dawn is gonna mitigate
Dawn
this
is the
conversation
referee.
here.
Tweedle is ready to step on with his psychologist advice at any point in time.
Absolutely.
Don, you are there. Candlefoot is angrily tapping the table, and Kettle Steam is there, and their hands are clasped, and she's like, "First off, I would like to apologize."
Great.
Which is awkward for Candlefoot because she's saying this in Candlefoot's voice.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize that you were in the middle of a proposal. And that's on me. That's super on me. I've got a lot going on right now. I'm looking for a very important person to meet. And I know that you understand what it's like to not be able to contact your important person. The tapping from Candlefoot starts going faster.
I think okay. If I may, Kettle.
Mm-hmm.
What Kettle's trying to say is, that they're very sorry that they've caused you a lot of trouble and they've caused you a lot of hurt and pain in your relationship. But they would like to make it right, and would like to help you make it right, and they are here to make amends, because ultimately all of us here, and I think I can say this with confidence, Mr. Candlefoot, is that you also want the carnival to succeed. You've noticed some things going awry in the carnival.
The tapping slows.
And you want to make that right. And we need your help to do that. And we need the help of this Kenku, because they have proof, they have information, they have knowledge about some of the goings on that has been happening, that has been causing troubles to happen in this carnival.
I would like to
And I
use a
know it's
black
hard,
chip.
but I need you to look deep within yourself, Mr. Canafoot, and find it in
I'm
yourself
ecstatic.
to forgive the Kenku enough to at least hear them out and work with them in this endeavor. That way you can be with your beloved again.
Black chip, Grant.
Black chip on Dawn.
Oh boy.
Dawn has been married 4 times, and none of them worked out. And Dawn will go to about any length to make sure that couples will stay together.
Aww.
That's wonderful.
It's because I'm so committed to my work, I can't commit to a relationship like that.
Some say that, or that's probably it.
Don, let me tell you, I'm going to give you this information.
Okay.
You are not a spellcaster,
Uh-huh.
but through sheer willpower and the power of love and a lot of work and effort,
Uh-huh.
you do have access to the first level spell ceremony.
Nice.
But you can
Bro, you gotta
only
be a paladin
use
or something.
you can only use the option to do the marriage ability
Okay. Sure.
for the ceremony. So you're an ordained minister.
I'm a priest.
Yes.
You got your online certificate.
After
To be-
the loss of your 4th wife, she just left you. She's not dead or anything. She's probably alive.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah,
like,
unfortunately.
you know, it may not work out for me, but I'm going to make it work out for other people. And
That's
you
right.
got ordained as a minister. You have the ability
Exactly.
to cast the ceremony spell
100%.
specifically to marry
clear,
people.
One of your bonds is like the sanctity of like a meaningful
love.
relationship with your partner. Like that is like one of your driving forces. Like you want to like cultivate beautiful relationships. Like that's what you want.
And I don't have a chip for it, but I do like to imagine I first met Tweedle at the bar after I lost my 3rd wife.
Here's the thing. I would like to
Absolutely.
imagine that you met Tweedle originally as a marriage counselor and then met him later
Oh,
as like
In
just
the
at a
bar.
bar, and you were like, what? And he was like, oh, how did it go? And you're like, I'm divorced again. You're like, oh, I'm not very good at my job.
Oh, that's rough.
Ugh. Sorry, bud. And then trivia night came on, and it was
just crazy.
it was game over. A horse walks into the
And
bar.
that's how you met Spliff.
So a horse, a priest, and a hippo walk into a bar.
nice. Yeah, that's good. Oh, you heard it, priest. He's a cleric.
Oh, he's
Don's
just
a
an
cleric.
ordained minister. You
I'm
punk.
pretty sure I'm a fighter.
So yes, Don, you say this. I'm not even gonna have you roll a persuasion or charisma check.
Nice.
Kettle Steam is really, your words hit Kettle Steam in the soul, and
In the soul.
they like think back on their actions, and really you can tell.
You hit him right in the spooky
Would
cheek,
anyone
man.
like to roll an insight check to kind of see what's going on here?
I would love
going on in
nothing
Kettle
more.
Steam's head.
Spliff is watching everybody like a hawk. You know, I'd love to do it if Don's not the only one that can do
Absolutely, all of you can if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey Grant, you are
Insight.
proficient in insight.
it.
Yeah, I
not
do that.
proficient in insight.
17
Insight is
for me.
a wisdom check, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I also got a 17.
17.
I rolled a 7 on die
Okay.
For 17.
for
Don,
6.
it's a 6. He has a -1 to wisdom. Don,
Oh,
you're too busy. You're looking into Candlefoot's eyes. You don't even notice Kettle Steam. Kettle Steam's out of your head. Tweedle, Spliff, you hear Don say these things. You look over at Kettle Steam, and they are deep in thought. You realize that they really were like almost manic over the fear of losing Zybilna. And like clearly Zybilna is like their closest friend. And like not having contact with them is terrifying. And so they really were pushed to do some things. And they're thinking back on those things that they did and realizing how absolutely horrible that is.
Mhm.
And you see they pull out a little straw doll in the shape of Candlefoot.
Oh,
They say, Don, You're absolutely right. I am so sorry, Candlefoot. I was so bad to you, and I know that you don't know me. And that's not an excuse for me to be a bad person to you. I want you to know that I was just really scared, and that drove me to do some very bad things. And while I have the ability to talk like this, I want to express how sorry I am, because I know the moment that I relinquish this, it'll be much harder for me to convey this to you. I am deeply and truly sorry, and I wish you and Palasha the absolute best. Your voices will sound wonderful together.
Aww.
And they hand over the doll to Candlefoot, and as he takes a hold of it, the doll actually does just crumble into a bunch of basically hay on the table. Yes, Spliff.
Nice. Well, I was just gonna say, as soon as Kettlestein pulled out a freaking voodoo doll, Spliff immediately, hands on hips, grabbing whatever weapon he happens to have, and it was like ready to go. And then when he handed the thing over, Spliff just slowly put his hands back down. But he was ready to go.
You do grab
which
onto
hips
two
did he put his
separate
hands
weapons.
on?
Ooh.
Ooh, what weapons do I put my hands on?
I'll just say you have 2 scimitars.
Whoa, nice.
Totally rogue.
Dude, I'm freaking like one of the freaking 4 horsemen over here.
Candlefoot opens his mouth, and for the first time you hear him speak, and he says, I'll be honest, I'm not supposed to speak on fairgrounds anyway because I'm a mime. I was given
So you
special
can
permission.
talk. I'm just kidding.
I was given special permission to ask Palasha to marry me. That really messed me up. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, just be honest. He was honest. No, you can be honest too.
That sucked.
She was honest.
That sucked. It was really terrible. And I'll be honest, I don't forgive you. But Don, you are right. I've been talking with I had been before someone stole my voice. I had been talking with Palasha and Burley about things just not being right. And I do agree that we should try to work together to figure out the problem. Because as kind of terrible as this place is, sometimes it is where I'm at the level of my life. So I should...
Over in the corner, you just hear a...
So,
Don sheds a single manly tear.
Yeah, a single gruff tear. Like it's like No Country for Old Men, dude.
That's right.
That's right.
It's like Clint Eastwood.
That's right.
Like a Clint Eastwood tear.
That's right.
As Candlefoot kind of looks at you guys and says, well, it sounds like you've already got a plan. Obviously, I need to talk with Palasha as soon as I can. And I'm sure that she's going to want to hear this plan too. But we've got a bit of time on break. Do you mind filling me in? I am going to end today's session.
Absolutely. I was just going to say, we'll catch up on that next time.
Thank you to...
What a nice session.
Thank you to everyone who stopped by to watch. Thank you to my players for once again playing these kooky characters that you guys still don't know what exactly you can do or can't do.
I still have no clue what class I am.
Oh, man.
I'm having a blast. I'm so excited to just find out how terrible all of our characters truly are.
I was so excited to give you like a -2 charisma, Grant. Because I know that you're such like an actor at heart that you're like, I can persuade, I can intimidate, and then it's like -2. It's like a dream, dude.
So insulting.
thank you to all my players for sticking with me on this one, and thank you to all the viewers who stopped by and have watched the first one, have watched this one. This will be an ongoing little mini series that we do. I plan on getting as far through the Wild Beyond Witchlight as we can, because currently I've never had a party that actually has left the festival. And I'm pretty sure that we're going to be leaving the festival probably in this next episode, whenever we get around to it.
Oh, huge.
There's things outside of the festival?
Yes,
Whoa.
this is the carnival is not the end. We've gotten this far through the book.
Nice.
We are going to get to the Fae.
So, once again, thanks to everyone. I had an absolute blast. I hope that everyone had as much fun as I did. Man, we are out of practice.
Yeah.
A little bit.
We are not. I don't know if we know when the next time we'll be playing this is. I think that we're trying to do it kind of every other weekish.
That's the plan.
If all goes well. So next week, theoretically, we will be doing something else. It'll either be me, Drew, a combination of me, Drew, Grant, DJ, maybe. Who knows? We'll do something. It might be Baldur's Gate. It might be a random PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 game.
Pal World.
Could be Pal World.
What?
Who knows? But as for everyone watching, I only have one thing left to say.
Say
It's the
it.
same thing we say all the time. Good luck and Godspeed, everyone. We will see you next time, Dungeoneers.
So long.
You.